Here's the last 24 hours in geopolitics. Outgoing French Prime Minister Sébastien Lecornu confirmed that President Emmanuel Macron is expected to appoint a new Prime Minister within 48 hours, ruling out an early election and stating his own resignation is final. Lecornu, who served just 26 days before stepping down after failing to pass a budget, said France's parliament remains fragmented but capable of compromise, while opposition parties renewed calls for Macron's resignation amid ongoing political deadlock. The United Nations will cut 25% of its global peacekeeping force and reduce its budget by 15% after significant US funding cuts tied to President Donald Trump's America First policy. Around 13,000 to 14,000 peacekeepers will be withdrawn from missions in countries including Congo, South Sudan, and Lebanon, following Washington's decision to scale back contributions from $1 billion to $680 million, while China has pledged to maintain full payments. US President Donald Trump announced that Israel and Hamas have agreed to the first phase of a Gaza peace deal involving the release of hostages and prisoners, Israeli troop withdrawal, and the entry of humanitarian aid. The agreement, expected to be ratified by Israel's cabinet, would trigger an immediate ceasefire, though key issues such as Hamas's disarmament and Gaza's post-war governance remain unresolved, with both leaders and civilians expressing cautious optimism amid ongoing uncertainty. India and Australia have signed a new bilateral security agreement establishing joint military staff talks and submarine rescue cooperation, aimed at strengthening Indo-Pacific stability. The deal, signed during Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh's visit to Australia, reflects deepening defence ties between the two countries, which also cooperate through the Quad alliance alongside the United States and Japan. Russia hosted an Afghan regime delegation in Moscow and warned against any foreign military presence in Afghanistan, saying such deployments would cause destabilization. Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov praised the Afghan regime for countering extremist groups and illicit substances, while Foreign Minister Amir Khan Muttaqi welcomed Russia's recognition of their government and called for expanded regional cooperation on security and trade. China has imposed new export restrictions on rare earth technologies used in mining, smelting, and magnet production, citing national security concerns and the prevention of military or semiconductor-related use abroad. The rules, effective immediately, require export licenses and ban Chinese entities from aiding foreign rare earth operations without approval, as Beijing also added 14 foreign tech and defense firms to its unreliable entity list amid ongoing tensions with the United States. The UK has begun returning small boat migrants to France under a new bilateral treaty granting powers to detain and remove illegal arrivals. 26 people have been sent back so far, while 18 entered legally through controlled routes, with the government calling the scheme a faster, cheaper alternative to the scrapped Rwanda plan.